Well, 2022 has been an erratic year for tech across the world. Massive big tech layoffs, India's 5G rollout, Elon Musk dominating headlines with his whimsical tweets, iPhone 14 series among other Apple products launched at this year's Far Out event, and Indian government's revised guidelines for social media influencers to pay tax on freebies as well as distinguish between original content and paid posts. Okay, let me catch my breath. Now, as we near the end of 2022, let me try to stitch together the top 5 tech news of the year that was. Well, number 1, the Elon Musk Twitter saga. Now, this is a big one. 2022 saw it all, from Elon Musk proposing to buy Twitter, to him going ahead and purchasing it for a whopping $44 billion, to then announcing towards the end of 2022 that he is ready to step down as CEO. Now, a self-proclaimed free speech absolutist and crusader, Elon Musk has maintained that free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and he touted Twitter to be a digital town square where matters important to the future of humanity are debated. Now, he bought Twitter to make it better. He bought it to give users a platform to have healthy debates. He bought it to erode its age-old bots issue. After several legal battles, spats with then Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, several engagements with Twitter founder Jack Dorsey. After all of that, Musk made his takeover known with his famous "Let That Sink In" tweet. Now, Twitter saw a host of new features, the infamous $8 subscription cost for the blue tick, the most awaited edit button, increased character limit even, and reinstating Donald Trump's account. Do you like the new Twitter and the new Twitter owner? So let us know by tweeting to us @MirrorNow. Well, moving on to the next big tech headline of the year. "2022 was undoubtedly the year of the biggest big tech layoffs." Now, the entire tech sector saw a brutal bloodbath with Meta, Amazon, Twitter, Indian tech companies, among several others, firing employees across the globe amid impending recession fears. Now, Facebook parent Meta laid off 11,000 employees as a part of cost-cutting measures. CEO Mark Zuckerberg took full responsibility of the layoffs. Twitter itself also laid off nearly 5,000 employees globally, leaving only 20-odd employees working out of the Indian office. Now, Amazon layoffs started in November, and while the company hasn't released an official number, but reports have suggested that Amazon has laid off 10,000 employees. Cisco, Byju's, Microsoft, Lyft have all laid off employees this year. Shifting to the third major tech headline of 2022, well, it's a WhatsApp revamp. "2022 has been the year for WhatsApp, one of the most popular and widely used social media messaging app owned by Meta. WhatsApp introduced a slew of new features, some of which were of course inspired by rival platforms like Telegram or Snapchat, and some of those by its own buddy app Instagram. Well, why not if it's all in the family, right? Let me quickly recap some of the new WhatsApp features for you. You can now add up to 32 members to a call, which is 4x of the previous limit. WhatsApp group chats will also allow users to accommodate up to 1,024 members. WhatsApp also introduced its new communities feature, using which users can now convey the same message in multiple groups all together at the same time. Now, the fourth big tech headline is definitely India's 5G rollout. "5G is a big welcome move that will transform the way India uses internet, consumes content, and interacts with the rest of the world." Telcos are hoping that 5G will transform enterprises the way 4G helped consumers. 5G's biggest advantage is reducing latency or the time that data takes to reach users from 20 milliseconds in 4G to somewhere around 1 millisecond using 5G. Now, 5G services were launched by Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio in October, and according to a GSMA intelligence report, 5G can contribute up to $455 billion to the Indian economy between 2023 and 2040. Now, the fifth biggest tech headline of 2022 was definitely India's Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. On 18th November of this year, the Government of India released the long-awaited fourth draft of India's proposed privacy law, which is now renamed as the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. The law applies only to personal data that is collected online or offline but is digitized, and the law will apply to processing of personal data outside India if it is in connection with any profiling or any activity of offering goods or services within the country. The law exempts processing of data in India of individuals who are located outside of India under a cross-border contractual arrangement. This essentially covers the offshore outsourcing industry. Now, consent continues to be the main ground for processing of personal data. It must be freely given, specific, informed, and an unambiguous indication of consent through a clear affirmative action. It seems clear that explicit consent would be required, and it can also be withdrawn, the consequences of which would be borne by the data subject. The draft bill also includes obvious grounds for processing personal data, such as compliance with laws and court orders, actions dealing with epidemics or law and order situations. Well, with that, it's a wrap from me, Raksha, of the major tech headlines of 2022. Hope you have had a lovely 2022, and from all of us at Mirror Now, wish you a very, very happy New Year.